All the tools used in this and all of our videos are available at the Bow Tuning Tips online store. Be sure to check them out at bowtuningtips.com. Hey everybody. This week's tips actually coming to you because of one of our friends. It's one of our bow hunting friends over in Poland. His name is Roman. He called me on the phone the other day and he's trying to figure out how exactly you start by putting your arrow rest on a bow. He's trying to figure out what's the starting point to get the rest set in relationship to your knocking point and so on and so forth. And all these years I'd failed to cover this, and I apologize if anybody out there has been scratching around trying to figure out this information. So today we're going to do it. We're going to cover starting from the rest, and we're going to move our way back. Now anytime you replace an arrow rest, you know, that is your pivotal point of the bow. Basically, wherever the rest ends up being is going to dictate where your knock point's going to be, and then in relationship to your eye, it's going to be your peep sight because of your anchor point. So it all stems, basically it pivots right here off of the arrow rest. Now, we're going to get right into showing you guys how and where to install a rest, and this covers all rests, whether it be drop away, fixed positions, or any other type of static rest. It's going to be all the same. So you can put this information. Everybody knows the arrow rest bolts in right here with this hole. But what you probably don't know is that hole in relationship to the bow and to the rest is vital. What you essentially want to happen is the arrow itself to either split that hole in the middle or be slightly above that hole. If you look at that hole where it's at, you want to either split it in half with the arrow going back to your knocking point, or be just slightly above it in the middle. Now, we're going to be putting on an old drop away arrow rest that I have laying around. Doesn't matter who makes it. It could be anybody. As long as it's a drop away or a fixed position. If it's a fixed position or a drop away rest, you can do it. I'm trying to do too many things at once. I'm talking and looking at this thing and I can't get it on there. Now you want to get the arrow rest level. You want to get your bow level. And the way we always do the bow leveling is we use one of the RS bow vices levels, the string levels. We snap that dude on the string. Our D-loop's loose now, but we're going to tighten it down in a few minutes. Go ahead and snap our string level on. We get our bow level. Okay, got that. String level's there. You see it's in the lines. We're good to go on that. Now what we want to do is we're going to take our other level and we're going to put it on the back side and get the rest level. You see it's a little downhill now. Okay, we got that. That's easy stuff right there. You get that rest level. Oh, I got it a little high. There we go. Bring it down level. Keep turning it. Okay, now you can tell that this is a drop away arrow rest. And if you notice when it's down, that now that it's actually parallel with the shelf, which is not touching, which is good. If any of these drop away arrow rests, these fork styles you guys use, you don't want them smacking the top of that riser because it could bounce back up and actually hit your arrow as the fletchings pass. Okay, we went ahead, we put we got our D loop down here. You seen me do this on the video the other day, the catfish loop. You're gonna put your arrow on. You got your string level on. The string level's got our bow level. Right there, I think. Yep, right there's level. We got our very knock level on there. Now we're putting this on a single cam, and what we want to do on a single cam is we want to have it a tad bit knock high. I like to go about 1/8 of an inch. And the reason I like to do that is because the knock travel on the single cams tends to be have a little bit of an arc to it. Okay, I should have clarified this when I did the original basic rest installation video. If it's a single cam bow, a little knock high is going to be good. That's a great place to start your tuning process to make sure your arrows are going to fly good. If it's a 2-cam bow or binary cam bow, having that thing set level is a great place to start. Generally, if you do either one of those measurements, you probably won't even have to ever adjust it. But okay, so we got it 1/8 of an inch. We can tell by looking at the very knock. You can see that it's 1/8 of an inch. Okay, we got our D loop, which in this case is a catfish loop. It's in place. So all we're going to have to do now is take our Carbon Express D loop pliers and we're going to tighten that down, and you're going to be good to go. Well, there you have it. The only thing left to do now is to install the Peep sight, which will be basically, you can follow the Peep sight installation videos, either the tubeless or the tube type. I've got both of those videos. You can check those out and it'll show you how to do that. I just want you guys to remember, because I want to reiterate this, I've seen so many guys that go to this time of year and they'll buy a new arrow rest. The first thing they do is they put the new arrow rest on. The shops don't, I don't know why shops do it this way, but they'll leave your knock point in the same position. It may happen. It may happen if you go with the same brand arrow rest, but if you change to a different arrow rest, there are so many different lifts and heights that these arrow rests change. So what you have to do is install the arrow rest. Then you're going to have to make your adjustments to your knocking point, whatever it be, Peeps, D-loops, regular knock points, P-loops, any of those things. And then relationship, if you move that, you're going to have to move your Peep sight so you're anchoring and you can see through your Peep sight. It all pivots, once again, it's a flash, warning, warning, it all pivots off the arrow rest. So if you go to the shop, the old boy removes your arrow rest, puts you a new whisker biscuit on there or whatever you got, and you don't move this, man, question the guy. Or better yet, buy the arrow rest. You know how to do it now, and do it your dang self. That way you know it's done right. Until next time, you guys be sure to stay tuned. I'll see you then.